Brothers and sisters, what's going on? There's a saying that goes, welcome to the real world. And the world that is being implicated is a world of business and corporations and offices and money and finances and stock market and dividends and multipliers and all kinds of different things that deal with the business world. And they say, welcome to the real world. And we must understand that this is a world that they were introduced to. All right? Then they throw things out here like building projects. All right? Building projects is thrown out there. What else is thrown out there? What you have, NASA and the Sun Simulator. I heard people saying, oh, see the eclipse? That's a sun simulator. I'm looking at this guy. Dude, you understand the whole freaking gateway opened up? And you got this one Facebook friend of mine, not saying any names. This guy saying, oh yeah, the eclipse was controlled by the government. They have patents called eclipse patent. And I just respond to this guy. You don't believe anything these jokers put out here. They want to move you from reality. They want to move you away from reality. The real world is a world that can't be controlled by mankind. Mankind can't control the spirit world. That's the real world. This is where everything happens. But mankind is going to fight as much as he can to save a system that he created. That's his baby. That's their baby, this system here. That's why their money is all so precious. Oh, you can't cheat us out of the money. But it's a part of the game. The game is not it's not a real world. It's a simulation. Look at the football games, the basketball games. They're all simulations. They're all created to make you feel happy and sad, just like money. Completely exactly like money. The real world is a world where mankind has no power he has no power over the real world, which is the spirit realm. And that's the real world. You say, welcome to the real world. Money and business. The dog world. You gotta be a hustler out here. You gotta be able to be ruthless out here in this money world. You gotta be aggressive. And be honest, brothers and sisters, this is how we have to be in the spirit world. We gotta be aggressive. You can't be a hustler in the spirit world. You gotta be a hustler. You gotta be moving in and out of gateways, moving in and out of frequencies, doing your shadow work, shit behind the scenes that can't be seen, but will be seen once it's ready to be seen. Understand, overstand, brothers and sisters. The real world is a world that you cannot see. My brother posted a video on Facebook, and the sister moved in the house. Every night, these 2-foot-tall beings are all around her property, and she heard an explosion in the basement going on in the house. I was thinking the house is literally built in type of gateway. Saxons knew it was a gateway because there was a world where several relics noted a gateway existed. See, that's a real world, and these beings, 2-foot beings, are probably entering and coming in and out of this realm. The gateway's portal. This is a real world. I think it's a real world in traffic vehicles. You get the money you can't see is all digital. You get digital dollars. Well, let me say that. So the real world has nothing to do with the physical aspects of what we're dealing with on a daily basis. The real world's a spiritual world. Talk about the moon. How the moon's pure plasma. That's all it is. The moon is fake. The moon is fake, and why are y'all eyes on it? Because in order for the life to exist in this realm, you must have negative and positive. Electricity and magnetism. Masculine and feminine. These celestial bodies, our sun, the moon, are literally regulating life as we speak every day. Mankind's want to think this stuff is fake. Why? Because he wants to create a simulation for us to live in. Just like that simulated neighborhood they have. They run on social credits in China. There's a nice neighborhood in Illinois they created, or in China. And the simulation they created, there's no cars, there's no parking spaces, no gas stations, everything's close there. It's like that 3-mile radius. And it's all ran on social credits. It's not a real world. That's a simulation. They want us to live in a simulation, going to work every fucking day so we can take the money we can get and give it to someone else. In reality, we never need the shit, but they created this whole simulation. The way they've been eating out of the balance of nature, people doing out of the balance of nature, the real world cannot be seen, brothers and sisters. The real world cannot be seen. The real world has nothing to do with business and money and finances. They created all these different things to make them think that there's some sort of power controlled by them, but in reality they have no power whatsoever, brothers and sisters. These white people, they have no power. All these patents they make, I've yet to see a sun simulator go across the sky. What's a sun simulator? Something that simulates the sun. If there's a sun simulator, and why isn't they going to spray the sky to cover the sun? Why is it they're trying to send rockets to damage the sun, knowing that there's a 5-mile radius of plasma sphere around the sun that protects it to keep it from being damaged? Think about that. Why they constantly try to put information, the moon's going to be destroyed. You got several brothers and a few sisters talk about how the moon is going to be destroyed. These Saxon beings put that in their head. Because the real world is a spiritual world that can't be controlled, it can't be contained, can't be managed by mankind. Mankind has no power over the real world. Understand that? This is why we have to come into as the original beings. Understand, overstand in the real world. The knowledge of self. They can't stop the knowledge of self. This is why they put everything out there in the movie industry, the television industry, the religious industry. What are industries? Industries are businesses. Industries are business. Nothing to do, oh, I'm going to go up there and free it up. The church is a business. That's why they collect money. And they're in the business of keeping you in sleep. Lying to you every fucking Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday. They have those services all week long. Motherfuckers spend their whole life in church, think they're actually doing something. I'm going to heaven. What heaven? And they realize, after finally left this body from this realm, they end up in this brothers and sisters only, but every being just die. Every other being just dies, non-indigenous. Your spirit may hang around because they're going to fight that being pulled into the gateway. Their spirit going to hang around and wait for one of their family members to get pregnant, and then they can place themselves into that womb. And that's when you get the little Saxon boys and girls. I remember this, because their spirit has been lingering around. Some people call them ghosts. And somebody in their lifetime gave birth. They lingered around as ghosts, aimlessly lingered around as ghosts. Make sure they didn't get pulled in that gateway. They get pulled in that gateway. That spirit being gets shot back in the cosmos, and they travel through the cosmos. They don't have a soul. They don't have anything to go back to. They wait for a family member to give birth. Then you have these inorganic beings when they give birth, and the child comes out dead because there's no one who lingered around to go into that child's body. So they have a dead child. There's no one to take over that body. That's the real world. That's the world that motherfuckers don't understand. Get what I'm saying? But brothers and sisters, when they go to heaven and they end up in another realm, and then the same body they had here is manifested in that other realm, they realize there's no heaven and no hell. It was taught by the religious, and they're walking around with fucking raw bone and streets paved with gold. This is where you used to live before the invasion. Many of these areas in the land of Atlantis had streets paved with gold. We were walking around with ropes of linen and wool. Very prestigious places, primordial deities. That's who we are. Understand over, brothers and sisters. That's what we're dealing with in this lifetime. It's all simulation. The real world cannot be seen. The real world is the spirit world. You tap into sorcery, witchcraft, wizardry. That's the real world. That's the real world. That's when you start dealing with types of energy. Dark energy, light energy, blue energy, green energy, violet energy, golden energy. All these type of frequencies and colors. That's the real world. And therefore, what you do affects the entire realm. That's why brothers and sisters say you build, create, design, and structure. Everything shifts and shapes the entire realm that's supposed to be. You're responsible for bringing the real world back into a world you believe in yourself. Saying, God we trust. What God? Their creator is Zeus. Zeus is their creator. Yes, it's been proven over and over and over. Zeus is their creator. He got kicked off the planet and imprisoned on Jupiter a long time ago because he wanted to create beings that were supposed to destroy the environment. His creation made his way back to the planet where he came from. And the only reason why, because they want us to worship their God, which is their creator, our brother Zeus. These Saxon beings are what you call Israelites and white people. We're Israelites and white people. You ain't nothing but no Israelites. Before then, they brought all this stuff. We found this right there. And there's the 10 Commandments. These motherfuckers can put anything, anywhere, online. And brothers and sisters who will say PSYOP, because original is PSYOP. It's a psychological operation. That's all it is. Everything they said it created is a PSYOP, psychological operation. They create all this right here to control the aspects of our lives. So we, as the original beings, will be under their control. Understand that. It's all a simulation, brothers and sisters. The real can't be seen. Real world's the spirit world. And you go in the spirit world, you have your altar before you, and you do your chants and your rituals. That's the real world. You're building towers and pyramids and temples. That's a real world. That's a place of extremely powerful forces and energies. But don't let our enemies tell you, because the real world is the money, the stock market. The only way you make it is going to get through the stock market. The only way you make it is going to get money. No, our ancestors didn't have any money. We cut stone with sound. We had technology beyond the likes of mankind. Mankind can't even fathom the type of technology we contain, literally. Brothers and sisters, just going to cast it onto you. The real world cannot be seen. The real world can't be seen. The real world is the spirit world. The spirit world is the spirit world within you, brothers and sisters. You have a whole cosmos within you. This is the real world. I just want to pass that on to you. In the real world, you talk about an area where things happen. They see the world of money. This is the world they created. Money. They created a monetary system. Talk about other worlds, you talk about a group of people, a group of beings. The world is literally a broad word because it can have different meanings in different aspects of life. But the real world is one that cannot be seen, the spirit world. All these powers and forces, intelligences, all these different powers of intelligence, all different level of intelligence. Got crystal intelligence, metal intelligence, water, wood intelligence, fire intelligence, lunar intelligence, solar intelligence, planetary intelligence, intelligence of the different minerals, intelligence of the different frequencies, the different forces. That's what's called the real world. You deal with high levels of knowledge, that's a real world. Not this bullshit they want you to do. They want you, you got to go to college, you got to drink. I talk to professors in an intellectual level, and they ask me what college I go into meditation. I do not go to college. It's impossible for you to have this much knowledge and you've been to school. That's what they said to me. It's impossible for you to have this much knowledge and you ain't never been to school. They're in that world thinking the only way to get knowledge is you got to go to school. No. Some most educating beings went to college. I'm going to go to college for a few years. It's useless. It's going to do the same thing I did in high school. I was doing college. I was doing the same thing I did in high school. I'm going to be doing. Just got to pay a lot more money. There's a lot of grades going around. But still, don't learn anything from what I already learned in high school. That was useless, but it's an experience, so I know. Tell brothers and sisters, trade school and college is useless. You got a trade school, which is a piece of paper, and it's nothing but a fucking job. The world they created is nothing but a stipulation. Make you dumb, make you foolish, ignorant, an obsolete being. You are literally a controlled body. You are a controlled body. I pass this on to you, brothers and sisters. Catch you guys a little later. Just want to let you know the real world, remember, will never be seen. The real world got forces and energies and beings working in the spirit realm to keep balances in the realm. This is who we're supposed to be as the original beings. We're supposed to work to restore the balance of this true realm. Once you get to the mindset, get rid of the Bible, get rid of the Quran, the Korah. You got to rewrite that in the real world. All right, catch you guys later. Much power to you all.